If you don't buy the original brush account, it's very simple. A few hot ones are that you like the other person, but he doesn't mean that at all. Or you really have a good impression of each other. Of course, the teacher thinks this is a more normal communication application, not to mention you Dateline. Paul, let's take a look. If you are already separated, you can also test it. If the separation time is not long, of course, if you are separated for a little less time than you, there is really no need to watch this video anymore. The answer should still be quite obvious, right? Alright, let's start now. Please leave the English or Chinese spelling of each other's names in the comments section. Surnames and first names are both okay. Thanks everyone. The first card is applaud and encourage. Do you want to let go of the score? The answer is 7.
Thank you for your patience.
I forgot how to start this. Iran has exceeded 7 well. You see, so it's with this iron. The iron is very intimate. Anyway, I've appeared twice today, and it's so great that I've appeared in the whole field twice while filming.
See, we must go forward this way.
First, let's see if your Chinese team is good or not. The whole Chinese team is very, very good. The first pretentious thought, we now know the first one. The senior is trying. Actually, one of you both feel this age from the pain you give to the teacher. Revealing oneself as Ma Yunshan also needs netizens' emotion. That's how it is. Still quite, how to say, quite chasing love. It's also including the feeling of balanced love. It is this kind of feeling. Okay, let's see how some people queue first. The first row only has 1 due to the Wheel of Fate, the other 2 are for jewel insurance, right? The second row is when the sun is out. There was another reverse card, but this reverse card is a good card. Oh, the reverse position of the sword 4. Did I remember correctly? Sorry if I did not, I don't know. With this horse watch, those barcodes, even when applied, are still 9, 4, 3, 6, 6, 4, 6. Yes, that's correct. The 3 in the row below are all precious. Staff 7, Staff 8, we are reviewing the magician's position. From the perspective of the zodiac, let's take a look first. We start from the zodiac. There may be Virgo demons, crystals, and 2 women's cards on the zodiac. There are conflicts and frictions in your heart. So here is Leo and Gemini. Describe intuition in my heart. Of course, if you have these experiences, it's quite important to see if others can relate to your story. So don't just connect because of the news. Go away, talk about movie plot. I will face you. Today we are heading for you both ways. No matter what stage you are in, the ex-ambiguous incumbent, you are definitely heading for it because the first card has appeared. One-on-one love. Don't point me out in this range now. The other party is emotional if it's an ex. I think there's still feeling. The memories are all filled with beauty. The memories are all filled with beauty. I don't know. Maybe it's not just about finishing talking about the single diamond. We just brushed up the amplitude and that's it. But the single diamond teacher thinks there are still many setbacks. There is one stubborn person among them. This is what they did, of course. It might be right. That is, being stubborn means not listening to others, to go to America. Stick to my idea. Of course, most people always feel like they might be talking about the other. And a few people are talking about you. If it's you, you should know your personality is hard to change. Is there a correct answer to this? If there is, perhaps a very accurate teacher can help in the comment section. One of the teachers feels there's an economic and real life gap between you. Actually, I think there might be a feeling of inferiority or retreat in reality, no matter what it is. Thanks. He may feel that just looking at the universe is enough for him, and that he could go into space. There might be some sort of inferiority complex due to the economic disparity he perceives. Do you feel it? Well, I'm quite good at encountering things. If you find his behavior a bit strange, then bring up with your team leader or approach them first. His weird behavior is because he feels he's not as good as you, he thinks he's not worth you. He would have this kind of feeling no matter how proud he appears externally. His recent self-aggrandizing is usually the case. From an economic perspective, the more arrogant a person is, the more self-blame they might feel at times. Do you feel it? If so, give a thumbs up on Mr. Ding's video online and then tell the teacher in the comment section that you are accurate or he is accurate to you, okay? There are troublesome things. From my personal perspective, if the other party, the pearly thread is worse than you, and it's very difficult. Your efforts deliberately lower your posture to boost his confidence. It's harder though less, which is why girls love the charm of denim skirts. Generally speaking, you are looking for a seabed or family conditions or a region or public places, work and so on. It will have a predefined definition. There is an intangible pressure on her, a pressure that you find hard to help her relieve. I think it's still very hard. So this person might also have this problem. It seems like if he is a Leo, if your counterpart has a Leo on the mind, then maybe the situation will be a bit more serious. But I feel that you guys are ambidextrous. No matter what your current emotional situation is, your dialysis situation improves. Change and then take off your own gear. In the next month or two, your relationship may get better and better. So if you just enjoy the pleasure of the moment or the hormones your current interaction brings, the teacher seems to be pretty decent because it's a head and a tail, right? One head is a person around, one tail is a person. So to speak from above, the atmosphere has been pleasant for the past 1 or 2 months. From a long-term perspective, the teacher feels that there is no way to see, but from the near-term perspective, the teacher feels that your state and the state of the two people will get better and better. Although your counterpart may face a lot of stress now, this pressure usually comes from work or business, really quite busy. First attack Wind King, all zombies. So if he has endurance, if he has read and did not reply, don't. So until now I've cried, do you want them to kill your child? Oh, I'm afraid of being moved by the country. I don't know how to find opportunities if you don't reply to my mailbox and so on. The other party has a lot of things to do, so if you really like him, give him some space or time to deal with and take responsibility for the things he should. Thank you very much. Both of you see both feelings and love as equally important. Love and bread, you two are both shining. The economic foundation determines the superstructure. It's like they're interdependent. But there are many obstacles. These obstacles can be overcome step by step. But there's one thing, that is, if you two people, that is, if what you are pursuing is a long-term, stable, or even marital relationship, if it's about relationships of married women, you might want to consider if you are really the same kind of people. Because there is a small hint here for you to pay attention to. Whether there is a big gap between you in reality, for example, this is also a big problem, an important problem that can't be solved because this thing will determine you, the emotional effect afterwards. We have a honey gate here. No one will be able to tell. If you are brothers or exes, it might be due to reality conditions and external factors that made you a destined but unfortunate couple. Because a few people might face this situation, but most people always feel that if it is purely from the perspective of whether they like or dislike an emotion, you guys are definitely rushing on. There's nothing to doubt about. The other party isn't looking for others. You have a choice, and your focus is also only on the other party. Let's watch the cards VCR. Okay, we have to copy that one for the 2 images. Let me take another look at these 2 cards. They're quite interesting. The first mysterious card that comes up is the number 19 card.
And you're going to flight attendant.
You can go to bed early then. What kind of person are you to be able to control other people's news? This is usually a low to high position when this card appears on the racecourse, but you guys back then, when you first met him, he was outstanding and smarter than you. He helped you, but now you might become a new you. Turned into he maintains his various conditions are better than him, and he is still in the original position. But thank you. What was your first self in the world? Now you've become a new you. So that's the kind of mentality. You don't always have to put yourself first. Is it okay because you've already become the new you? It's interesting in this way. Secondly, they are still talking. The teacher just mentioned a deep emotional issue. Here he is number 43. He is talking about, I won't reply to your messages either. Every day you come out to meet you, you have to shine. Be confident and happy, fill yourself with positive energy, don't be controlled or influenced by his mood, just that. Thank you. Mum, you're going to die for sure. Make yourself happy. I'm giving the candles back to them. Don't pity yourself. Don't. That's fine. Let's take a look at the Shen Yun card. Oh, it's not Shen Yun card. It's the little blue book. Let's take a look. Our video this time ends here. See you next time. It's interesting. Actually, quite interesting. Check it out. Did you see? You are too close to see. You are looking too closely. Mysterious. You may only see the present, so here he is saying, of course, you have to look at the future, look far away. Is it okay? Do you really want a long-term stable relationship? Are you really suitable? Do you really want his whole background? Not because of a kind of live happily and enjoy being with the other person, okay? Okay, this is today's interview. If it resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If it doesn't, that's okay. After all, it's a large publication.